everyone, so this is my first attempt at making a small tutorial on how to play one of my compositions on the ukulele guitar. So I got this idea of writing the tabs and making a tutorial because a lot of people came across my medieval ukulele composition and they asked if I had tabs for them. And unfortunately I didn't have any at this time, but it encouraged me to finally decide to write tabs for my piece. So the original was a bit of an improvisation, so I had to relearn the piece on the ukulele, and then I wrote the tabs for it, trying to figure out where I was putting my fingers and everything. And yeah, so I did the tabs, and I also re-recorded the piece because the original, when I did it, my ukulele was not in the proper tuning, so it made I think it made it hard for people to figure out how to play it. So I re-recorded it, and it's available on Bandcamp. And for if you download the song, it comes with a PDF of the tabs. So hopefully you'll be able to read the tabs and play it. And if you do figure out the piece and you're able to play it, I would really love to either see a video of you playing it or hearing you play it. So feel free to send me a recording or anything. I would really like that. The tabs are free, but if you can donate a little bit for the work that it took me to do it, I would appreciate it also. But if not, just feel free to take the tabs, download them, and try to learn my piece. And yeah, that's pretty much it, and we're gonna go into the tutorial, and I hope you're going to like it. So the piece is based around 3 different chords. So the first one would be this one for the beginning. Then it goes to another chord. So basically the piece is built around 3 chords. This one, and this one. So you would put your fingers like this. So the first finger here on the small string, and then this one on the counting from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, and your third finger would be on the second string, 1, 2, right here. Okay. So when I do my chords, I do this with the string, with the strumming. So I play it a bit like a harp, but this can be a little bit hard at the beginning, so you can just play them all at the same time, or just strum if you want. Alright, so it goes like this. So you use just your one finger here to do the melody. And then to change to the next chord, you're just going to slide this finger right here. You slide it one in that direction, and you're going to use your pinky and just put it right below it. So all the 3 strings here are used. And then you go and you do, and then you use your finger to bring the note here to the first, and you just release the pinky. So so yeah, you just really use your pinky. And then you go in the third chord that I mentioned, So you are going to just move those two fingers down here and put your finger here on top and use your pinky to create the melody. And then use your pinky to go. And then you come back to the first chord. So the little thing that I do here is just I do a don't know how it's called, a pull-off, I think, or something. So I just hit the string before I touch it with my finger. So I just stroke it one time and then do the rest with my finger here. And with the ukulele, it's pretty easy to do this effect, but it can be hard if you're a beginner. If you can't do it, you can just go instead. Right, so that's basically the first part of it. So then this goes in, it repeats twice. Okay, so yeah, that's the first two parts, the beginner parts. So I wrote the tabs based on how I play it, but maybe on the original video I play it a little bit differently. So don't worry about that, you can change it the way you want. Feel free to add things or remove some things if you want. You can play it the way you are most comfortable with. I usually improvise a lot, so each versions are a bit different. But right now I'm kind of looking at the tabs that I wrote for it, so you can follow with the tabs. So this is probably the hardest part in this piece, which could be simplified a little bit to be easier to play. Okay, so we're going to start on the same chord as the beginner, so this one, but we're going to move our pinky to the fifth, right here. Okay, so we're going to go and then we're just going to do the same thing and move this finger up, so all the fingers are on the third fret, and we're going to have all our three fingers here, and we go. Then the tricky part, we're going to slide our two fingers here one fret down, we're going to put our finger here up, and we are going to put our pinky right here. Then we're going to move like this. And then the first chord. Right? So this repeats another time. But instead of going into here it's a little bit different. We slide back here and we go. Okay. So that's yeah, then we go on the third part. It's a little bit different. So we go with another type of chord, which is going to be this one. Okay, so you're going to put your first finger here on the second string, so 1, 2, so this one on the first fret, and then you're going to put this finger here on the very top, the top string. Okay, so you're going to play this section. And then the first chord. Sorry. And then it repeats again. Okay, let's go. I'm trying to read the sheet, the tabs as I play. So I just want to make sure I'm playing the same thing that I wrote down. So that's why I need to read as I play, and that's a bit hard for me. But you get a bit of an idea how it's being played. So then it goes to a part where you have the higher melody. So it pretty much repeats, but it's a little bit different than the original, I think. And then it goes again into Alright, so it's something like that. It's not exactly the way it's written maybe, but I hope that it's going to help you to be able to better understand how it's played. So the rhythm, it's pretty special type of rhythm that I find sounds a little bit medieval. And the way that I play it and the way that I play most of my music is that I always go back to, I always put a note in between my different melodies. For instance, when I go, right, I could do, and you could play it that way, but the way I play it is, and then I add this bass note. Right? So yeah, you can definitely simplify the piece if you want. The part that I find is a little bit tricky, and I don't think I played it that way on my original video. That part would be, let me try to find it. Right, and then this one. I'm sorry, I maybe don't see. It can be tricky to play, so instead of playing it that way, you can definitely play it that way, just that way. So don't play the small string on the top, and you don't have to use your finger here, so it's easier to move around, and you can just play those 3 bottom strings and just play it like that, right? So these little tricks might help you to play it, might make it easier to play, and as I say, you can just play it whichever way you're more comfortable with. The tabs are just here to help you figure out how the tune goes, and hopefully this tutorial can help you to figure out the rhythm and things, because I can't write, I didn't really know how to indicate the rhythm on the tabs. So yeah, here you go, and I hope you're going to enjoy it. Alright, so that was it for the video, and if you have any questions or there's some parts that you're having a hard time to play or figure out, please do let me know. You can send me a message on YouTube, or find my email address in the About section of my channel, and or just ask in the comments, and I'll try to do my best to help you figure it out. Lastly, if you don't have a ukulele, I really suggest that you get one, because they're really fun to play and they're not that hard. and I got this one. This one is really not, I don't play on expensive ukulele at all, but it still works fine. And yeah, so I think I got this one for about $30. So I hope that you are going to enjoy playing, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions.